Unpacking the Buddha's First Discourse. Episode 13. Kondañña's Remarkable Insight. First, what do we even mean by unpacking? We can define unpacking as the intense scrutiny of traditional Buddhist and Zen texts, a scrutiny that often breaks down the text sentence by sentence, phrase by phrase, and occasionally word by word. And why even unpack at all? Because not all of us have the opportunity to regularly engage with a living, breathing, enlightened teacher. Understanding that in the Zen tradition, it's this engagement that substitutes for the critical reading of the traditional texts. And so for those who don't have the opportunity to regularly engage with a living teacher, there must be a return to the traditional texts as teacher. And with that return is the understanding that the texts are best approached as sequences of riddles, or perhaps as sequences of landmines. And these riddles must be reconciled, these landmines cleared, if we are to truly make progress. Let's continue. Consider the following text excerpted from the Sutta, setting in motion the wheel of the Dhamma. This is what the Blessed One said. Elated, the bhikkhus of the group of 5 delighted in the Blessed One's statement. And while this discourse was being spoken, there arose in the Venerable Kondañña the dust-free, stainless vision of the Dhamma. Whatever is subject to origination is all subject to cessation. And in aiding in the unpacking of this brief excerpt, we might consider a handful of questions. First, why is Kondañña's insight, whatever is subject to origination is all subject to cessation, so remarkable? Next, why do you think the text highlights that Kondañña attained the dust-free, stainless vision of the Dhamma at this particular moment in the discourse? What role does the emotional reaction of the 5 bhikkhus, elated and delighted, play in signalling the significance of this teaching? How might the recognition of impermanence, origination, and cessation serve as a foundation for further practice on the path? And finally, what does the phrase, whatever is subject to origination is all subject to cessation, suggest about the Buddha's view of reality? And so, we're now into the meat of Buddha's first discourse. More to come.